And this rich young ruler ran up to him and knelt him and said, good teacher, what must I do to inherit eternal life? You know, it's kind of crazy that this man, this rich man, knew what it means to have eternal life, knew that he needed eternal life. Do you even know that you need eternal life? Do you even know where you're going to spend eternity? Again, perhaps that thought, that question has never been asked of you. Perhaps you never even considered this and gave it a second thought. But this rich young ruler had the whole entire world. He was so rich and in abundance, but yet he lacked one thing. And that one thing is eternal life. And he ran to the one who he knew could give him eternal life. And he considered him the good teacher. He considered Christ a good teacher. And just like the world today, they consider Christ a good avenue to God. You know, he had good morals. He had good rules. He lived a good life, right? A lot of religions give thanks to him and, acknowledge him that he's a good teacher, a good prophet, but they don't consider him as Lord. And this rich young ruler, that's what he didn't do. He didn't recognize Jesus as Lord. And he ran to the one who can give him eternal life, the only one that can give him eternal life, the one that only has eternal life, but yet rejected his deity, rejected him. Jesus Christ, it is God made in the flesh. And human. He was fully God and fully man. He was more than just a great teacher. He's more than just a great prophet. He is the Lord. And so he asked him, what must I do to inherit this eternal life? And Jesus' response to him is really interesting. He said, why? Why do you call me good? No one is good except God alone. And he's pointing out that there is no one good, there's no one righteous. Even today, there's no one good. Everyone that's walking in this earth today is unrighteous. We all have sinned. We all have fallen short of God's glory, and the wages of our sin is death. And this is why we all die. This is why we all perish. This is why this great question of eternal life is substantial today, because we don't know when we will perish. We all have sinned. We all have fallen short of God's glory. And he makes it really clear that there's no one good except God alone, meaning himself, meaning Christ is the epitome of good. He is the standard of good.